Hi, I am Sivani. My UN ID is 184137001. This is the video demonstration of my dissertation project. So the topic of my dissertation is the productivity tracking system. So now what's the productivity tracking system? The productivity tracking system is a real-time tracking system which will look over the steps in an innovative way. So what I have gone through the research is that it's being difficult to look over the stuff with the working process and monitor the is quite difficult. So this system will keep track over the staff with their day-to-day project, their leave, their attendance, the project they have been assigned and the tasks they have given by the organization. This helps the organization by providing the security to the data files. Also, this system will track the individual managers by having the monitors screenshot and the application they have been used inside the organization network. This helps to manage the time and meet the deadlines easily. As the most accurate evidence will be created, will create a friendly environment inside the organization. So what I come with the solution is bring a website and making a monitor applications get together. So this is the login page of my application where if the user try to log in with the invalid email address, the system will show that the email field is not valid with the email address. This will be character of the email addresses. So what if the user is trying to log in with this? What if I try the correct email address but the wrong password? Then it will, with the empty password, then it will say that password field is required. Now what if I try to give a wrong password to this? This will say the invalid login attempt. Now I will give them right password which have to send the admin in admin panel. So this is the admin panel where admin can have the today's date in every daily process, his profile, his name here. This is a dashboard where he can see the tasks, the pending requests here. Now the admin can add the monitor or create, delete anything from the monitor field. So if I want to add any new monitor here, like I want to something add like this, and name of the monitor is like monitor. So I give it to Anna and create it. So I can get another monitor here, monitor name, desk name, this date that have been generated, and the name of the Anna, the user, and I can edit it with the name. If I provided it something like R3 Rio and something like this, and we'll go to and change the index number. Even I can set the details of the monitor from here. If I edit from here, I can edit easily. So if I give this, it will save and back to list. Also, I can delete this monitor from the field by giving the delete command, and it will delete it directly from the monitor pages. Okay, so now I can go to the user project. Also, I will love to show you my validation from the monitor. So if I check the monitor and I want to edit here, so if user try to edit without the monitor name and try to save it here, the monitor field will show the monitor valid request. Now if I try to save this desktop and save here, it will say that desktop number is required. So I have to put anyhow these two names here. Okay, so only I can save the list in such a way. So if I went to the user, this is the user panel. Now here user roles, the full name, this due date, and this directory, this is the user role, this is email addresses they have been assigned with, and the username and the actions. There are details, screenshot, edit and delete. So now what can I do? Firstly, I will try to add some of my user from add user. So if I try to add the user like Selena. This is female, and let's just choose her date, her role as employee. Directory I've given as a Jack because it's coming from API, and I have put the username as Jack there. So if I put shalina@gmail.com, if I put password as password, 12 @ okay. So if I type the password which is not matching to previous password here, so how register will throw something back to it? I don't want to save this. So here this will show that the password confirmation password do not match. This password and this password didn't match to each other. So now if I try to do something like this, what will be the request? So here is the email field is required. So likewise, if I try to not to give the DOV date too, so what is there? The DOV date is field is required and it shows here too. Also, if I try not to give a user role here, now this will show the user role field is also required. So there is validation for all over all there. So if I add Shalina with her ID as an employee in Jack and as a Selena @gmail.com. So if I put password here, password 12 @ password 12 @ and try to register this in the. So my user has been added in the system. So I had added Shalina as a system. So here is Selena, which I have been added is a newly one. So I can also see the details of Selena from here. Selena, her gender, her date, her email, her username, and her date. I have to submit this. So this is the searching way. Why this is searching way? Actually, this will show that the Selena had used any application at or not. So this bar will show that the application is not used by, as this bar is empty, so this is showing that application has not been used by the Selena at this time. So now I can go back to list from here. Also, I can see the screenshots of Selena, whereas I have to search it from here. So there is no screenshot available in that day. So I can go back to Shalina. So here users. I will take Jackie Zone as he was employed at first and he had some details here. So I will do something like this. This is a Jackie Zone. And if I provide him the rate of 15, so do you had used anything? He didn't use any application at that moment. Okay, I'm providing with him 18. So in date 18, Jackie Zone had used these applications for DevNav for 3 minutes, Firefox for seconds only, which do not include anything. There is only a little blue arrow. So this being happening here. So likewise, I will do. So if I go back to the list, also if I did something like I don't have data in the fold of Jackie Zone, so it will show something, there is nothing data for the Jackie Zone in something like this. So if I go back to my user file, and if I want to show some, I want to see the screenshot and this used by the Jackie Zone during their network inside the organization, so I can see the Jackie Zone's screenshot also. So I have to apply if I did in 4, if I apply something like he have data of 18 January, right? 18. So I can have a screenshot the all of his work in today's day, and I can see all the screenshot, all the work he had done during this time. So I can go back to the top from here and can search from it. Also, again, if I went to the user and if I want something to edit here, so if I try to edit without day, like if I try to edit without day here and try to save this here, so this will show me the field like DOB field is required. Likewise, if I try to save with this, it will show me the required field again here. So I have to put all the fields equally valid way. Shalina@gmail.com. So as an employee, oh, I have to send something. Okay, Shalina Shrestha. Okay, so I have saved this, and I can negate a name with the Shalina Shrestha here. So also, if I want to delete my user from here, so I can delete the user from here too. So I can go back to list without deleting too, or I can delete user from here too. So if I once click in the delete, it will delete it directly from the system. And this is about the users. And if I go to my project here, so I can go for the project. So here is all the project added by the admin in his organization. So I can see the leader here. As the leader have been mentioned, project name have been mentioned, the started date, the deadline of the project, the description of the projects here. So I can create the project. Okay, so here is the project. Like if I added something like in started date is 2 and it will be ended in 31, and the project name is like CCMOS is the project name, and I want to assign Vishal as a project manager. So card operation, so I'm on card management project, and if I create this project, at the back to the list, it will have to create the project in my and back to the index pages. So I haven't created it, and it changes into the back redirect in my index page as in Vishal CMS, the started dates, the deadlines of that project with the project description here. Also, I can edit my project here. So I have this started date, this in like I had edited 4 to 18. So CCMS card, I will provide it something like that and save it. So if I go to back to list, I can see the project management. So I what I can create it. Okay, so here I can change again something. I didn't change, I think I did it back to list. Okay, CMS card and card project. Okay, so if I did it back to list in the project, so if I change it into save, would it work or not? I don't know. And I go to back to list. So okay, CCMS in this it got changes at the CCMS card. Now if I want to delete this project from the manager, so it will send me here and will ask for the confirmation code here. So once I delete this project from here, so it will have to go back to list and delete the project, and I had been deleted with this project, the results list project here. Also I can see the details of the project. I can edit the project, back to list the project in the same way as I had edited and added earlier. Okay, I had done that. So here is the role manager. I can add the role manager dynamically in the system. So if I created the role manager first, it will check for the validation code for here. So I will be logging to the system as admin and log in the system. Ready. Click here and I can add the new role here. So what I want is check-in as a create role, and it will add the check-in in the system. So I can see the attendance here. Now I can search for the attendance with the individual record here. So if I tested here from something here to here of what I want. Okay, I'm already checking for the Anna because he have one of the record. So here is the check-in. So he checked in the system in 18 to yesterday. So he didn't check it. So here is the check-in time, check-out time, the work he had working on, and the working hour he had been. So there is 1 hour he had worked in the system, and I can see the details of him, the working process, and all this. Okay. So likewise, I can see of others too, but I don't have, I think, records of some of my stuff. Okay. This is the system I can go through. Also I can see the leave. So here it was in default way it will show the pending leave of the employees here. So I can test for some of other leaves of this. So here is a sick leave, here is a approval status which is approved, which is paid type, leave reasons, and leave forms, when it was leave 1, leave 2, and I can see the details of these. And back to the list. So as I have no rejected form, so there is no rejected. I have pending. I have pending one, so I can change this pending started approve or rejected one. So I have already in approve. I will reject this. So I will reject in unpaid type. Oh sorry, paid type. Okay, so I will save this data and I will have rejected this here like this. And back to the list, if I search for the rejected one and so the application, and I can get the rejected approval status with this list. So this is for the admin panel right now. Up to now I can go for, so I can log in from the employee, analyze employee, as I can see here was Anna role here from user. So I can see Anna is employee, so he had to log in through the employee system. So Anna, and I can log in. So there must be the employee. Here is the employee management system. He is chosen as a leader, so he can see this managed project too. So for the attendance, he can see all the attendance of his. Also in dashboard. Now for the everyday working process, he have to check in the system from here. So check in with the today's stand-up message and what you are going to do work with today. So once the check in the system, so there will be the pop-up model here, your to-do tasks, where he have to enter his to-do tasks on something. So as I want to work on front end. Okay, working on front end, so he will check in with the system and it will be closed. Also, and I can check his today's data from here. Okay, so what I will do, I will just update it and I can check today's data. I can check, he had check-ins. Now I can check out from the system also. So I can see the attendance of my attendance onto this as like I had the attendance today here with this the work fountain what I had did. So this isn't counted at much this time because I hadn't checked out from the system yet. So this can be seen here in as what is attendance. Here is attendance as and I had check into the system. The check-in process will be seen here. So what if he had to apply this, he have already applied the 3 of his details here. So now if I apply for sick leave, okay, I will operational, very important. So if I have something like this and I had added my date from today to 23, I had added my leave request here and here. So I had did something personal and I have some important work, and this is added here where this will set into the pending status until unless the admin do not accept it. So this one also. Now I can see go to the admin panel and check for the leave. So here is one pending leave that is personal, that I have some work in the important issues, and here admin can approve this. So if I approve this in unpaid status, so if I go to the save changes, if I go to the save changes and it have to go to as a one like this. So this is changed into the approved one here and here. Now employee can see this as an approved one. Reload, and now I can see approved one here. Now for the project, this is a project where he have given a task there. Now he can see the employee details here. The task he have been assigned, this can be seen while the task he have been assigned here. So this task is assigned to the Anya as a create login. So we have a status as a completed. Now we can change the status from task here. So the task is given to Anna. He can change his status like details. Now if I do it something like here, this is detail, I can go to edit. If I changed it out and I hadn't completed it this status yet and save it here. So now how can it be seen as in the project? If I see these, okay, my project, and if I see the status, I hadn't completed it yet. So now I can check it and save this status as completed too. From here, edit, there. So I completed this status by 90. So I can save it and I can check it, this status, and it is as completed here. So if I manage project, if I'm at the leader, I can see only this project here. As the server setup is where I have been leading. Now I can see the view request here. Also the project end time, the project name, the description of the project, and I can easily go to back to the list by this button. So if I go to, if I have something like add my team here, and I can add my team here, Jackie Joy, and save it, and it will go back to here and save my server like this. It have to go save the Jackie Joy as my so here is the back to the list, and Jackie Joy is added in the team member as a team member. Here the tasks who have completed his work or not in here. So now I can give a task to any of my employee. So here is task. So with validation, with validation, and if I give it the date in the server designing, and to the Vishal Shrestha, and create it. So here I can get the validation, create API with validation with the Vishal Shrestha, and here. So here is the detail, and also anyone can do this. He can edit this completion tasks from here. So now check whether the Vishal has these tasks or not. So Vishal should able to see all these tasks which is assigned in his work. So let's check for the Vishal first. Before that, I think I should log out from the system. No, sorry. Here, check out from the system. I hadn't check out, so I will show the how to check out. Here, okay, my task is completed. My task is completed. So check out from the system. Here, check out from the system. Now he can see the record of his system. Today is up to today. Sorry, it will go inverting way. So I will check from the system, and here. So now here is the checkout time to the task completed to the working hour of the system here. So now log out from here. So log out, and this is the log out. Now I have to assign as a Vishal, log in as a Vishal as a team member. So let's log into the Vishal. Here is Vishal. So he must have to see the projects here where he have been assigned here. The tasks and the projects must assigned here. So the projects he is not a project manager, so he can't see all the projects here. So his projects have been here. So he can see only his work, his tasks which have been given to him. He hadn't completed his create register form. He had completed only his create register form, whereas he hadn't completed his create register API and this. Now he can change, he can have this project and project this. Now also he can see others project what they are working on. Now as he hadn't completed create register form, so he need to edit this when he completed this task. He had completed this task by today. So okay, completed this task. He can complete it or not completed. Okay, so save it, and now he can see the project where he had been assigned in. Now, oh, he had create register already. Okay, let's check for the REST API, create REST API. So create REST API, here details. So he hadn't completed his tasks yet. So he completed his task today, and let's check in and save it. And I can go for the project and can see the details. Did he completed it? Yes, he had completed. And this is for the system. Thank you. I can log out from the system.